Welcome back to this channel. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to show all the files and directories that exist in your working directory. And also in the later section, I'm going to show you how you can literally identify files that of specific type, whether it's a CSV file, it's a picture, it's a MP3 file or a text file. I'm going to show you that how you can do that very easily in Python. So as is the custom, we first of all import the necessary module that we need to use, and that is operating system, or OS to be precise. And the first thing you want to do is to specify your folder that you're working on. So as is the custom, we know that the working folder, you can know that from your terminal, but just doing pwd, present working directory, enter, and we can clearly see that this is our directory. So copy it, and then, so in your case, it doesn't matter. If you are working on a different directory than the last one, this will be different, but the consistency is the same. Obviously, just copy the one where you are working on. So now, my current directory, I'm going to specify it as, this is the folder where I'm working on. So, and then just copy this, paste it over here. If you are on Windows, then probably you need to add something like C here to have it complete, or if you are on D, it's going to be D like that. But for Mac, it's straightforward, just copy this, and that will be your present working directory. So now, the first thing before we can see the files that are in this present working directory, obviously, you can check that from your terminal, ls, but remember with terminal, it's very hard to work with them on this script here. So you can see in our folder, we have got the file called Africa, Americas, Kenya, and then the script intro to OS library, which is the name of this script over here. So before you do that, I want us to create a sample of .txt files. So just go to your Explorer or the Explorer part in your VS Code, and then using this option here, new file, create it, and then let's have got like 4 of them. So the first one is file, in small letters, file.txt. Then they automatically open, so you can close them. Have a new one, file 1.txt. It's going to open again, close it. Then I have another one, file 2.txt, and then have another one, the last one, file 3.txt. So once you do that, now if you go back to your terminal, you can do ls to list all. It will show you all the new files that are there. So it shows you all the files and the folders. You can see the folders are in different color. The files are in different color. You can also do that by making sure that you add a to give you all the hidden files. So ls -a gives you all the hidden files. You can see there's a .store file, which is basically it stores the settings needed to operate files in a MacBook. So it's not important. If you are on Windows, you are unlikely to see this, but in Windows, you are likely to see other hidden files within your present working directory. Let me just clear it and proceed. So now that we have created this, the first thing that you need to know, if you want to list all the files in your present working directory or in any other folder for that matter, then it's very dead easy. As you can imagine, we're going to use the method called listdr, which is just basically list directory. So we can say that the name of the files. So let's assign, let's list all these files. So to do that, we just do os.listdir, and this function or this method accept only one argument, which is the folder. So this is the folder here that you have specified, the folder where you want to list all the files present. So this is the path of a folder. So in your case, it can be different. You can change it wherever you want. So once you do this, let me just print it so that you can see all the files. It's going to be listed. So if I print it and run, you can see it has listed all the files and directories that are available in that folder. So you can see here they are returned as strings. Alternatively, instead of printing directly, I want us to assign it a variable called files. So the file stores all the files that are present in our working directory. So the reason why I ask you to do this, once we do that, we can now use a loop to check. So we can say for file in files. Remember, if you remember my previous tutorial, this can be anything. So you can say for file names in files, for file name in file, then enter. I want you to print each one of them. Print file name. So simply you are going to, what this loop is doing is, first of all, go and check list. So the code, first of all, we import the library. We specify the folder that you want to check the files and folders that are inside it by using the listdir method. And then we write a loop to check each one of them and simply print the name. So if we run this, it's going to print each one of them. So you can see the first one is file2. The first one is the, okay, file2 Kenya, file intro s library, file.t, and then even other hidden files. And then these are folders, which if you check our directory, all of them are here. So you can see it has listed all of this, except you are unable to see this ds.store because it's a hidden file for Mac. Good. So let's say that you are only interested in reading these files. Maybe these are the ones that contain your data. These 4 files, which are .txt files. So you can use their characteristic to call them in Python. So as you can see, all of them ends with .txt. In your case, it might be you want to check only the files that contain music. So maybe .mp3 files. So you can do that, or maybe pictures.jpg or .png. So you can also do that very well. So instead of checking this, you can say for files inside this folder, or the files that you have listed, you can say if, add another condition, if file dot, so now file name, which is the name of individual file, dot ends with, so you are basically telling that if that file name ends with certain words, so, and those words you have them inside the bracket as string. So I can have string. So the string name will be .txt. Then since this is a condition, I can say print that file name. So again, let me just clear my terminal. Let me go through the code once more. So the first thing we are doing is import the OS module, which allow us to work with or access our operating system. And then we are specifying the folder that we are interested in. So we are interested in listing all the files and directory inside this folder called country. So essentially it should return all of these. And then we write a loop. To do that, we use the listdir method of OS module. And then we start looping through each one of the files. And once we loop through each of the files, then we set a condition that only return those files that ends with the word .txt. So you don't expect it to return these other ones like intro OS or these other ones that doesn't have .txt. So if we run this code, it's going to return only those files that end with .txt. And as you can see, it has returned an error. Let me see where the error is coming from. So ends with, so I think I should remove D. So ends with, yeah, I typed it wrongly. So if I run it now, you can see it has returned only those files that end with the .txt. What if you are interested in only returning the files that end with .py? We're simply going to come here and change this .txt to py, and it should return only the file that ends with .py, which is just one, intro to os.path. So that is all for this video. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Until next time, bye bye.